What's going on, guys? I'm Jada Black. Salute to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about comedian Bill Burr. He has some things to say about the WNBA. Kind of like what I have said. I speak about how the WNBA does a very poor job of promoting their league. And it's very glaring to everybody that sees it. They see how much of a failure it has become. And guys like Bill Burr speaking out loudly. Comedians are the last line of defense to censorship. Once comedians start censoring themselves, then it's over. It is a wrap. It's over. And in his new Netflix comedy special, he spoke about feminists and why they don't support the WNBA. And I've said this. You got all these social media feminists. I saw where, Jessica Alba did an interview and she talked about how she's a feminist and her father's a feminist. But you don't see her at these WNBA games. None of these feminists, none of these female empowerment pushers, you see none of them at these WNBA games. You don't see them wearing WNBA gear. They don't support these women. More male athletes and male entertainers seem to support the WNBA than female entertainers. You know why? Because females are followers. Whatever men like, women like. And men are into male sports, and so are women. Okay? And I spoke about the WNBA and the whole trophy fiasco. I'll put that in the description box. That's why I'm showing you this. And Bill Burr is absolutely right. These same women that talk about female empowerment, how they're feminists, they do nothing to support female sports. Absolutely nothing. The only people who seem to care about female sports is men. Women do not care about female sports. They pretend to care, but they don't. They don't watch the games. They don't go to the game. They don't promote WNBA on their social media. They promote more NBA than WNBA because they don't care. So let's get into this Outkick article. It says Bill Burr is looking for those feminists using their hairy armpits to hide behind the fact that they are talking out of both sides of their mouths when it comes to supporting fellow women, especially as it relates to the struggling WNBA. In his new Netflix comedy special, Bill Burr Live at Red Rocks, the comedian takes aim at feminists who complain about the difference in pay between men's and women's sports without recognizing the very real difference in popularity and revenue. You know the type, pink hair, kneeling during the national anthem. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. The type of mug that suggests they eat Camel Lights for breakfast. Look at the WNBA. They have been playing in front of 400 people a night for a quarter of a century. Not to mention it's a male-subsidized league. True. Bill Burr says during the Netflix special, we gave you a league and none of you showed up. Where are all the feminists? That place should be packed with feminists, face painted, wearing jerseys, going effing nuts like the guys do. But you see, I think Bill Burr knows this. A lot of people know this. Women do not care about sports, not mainstream sports like that. You see, people talk about how a big percentage of women support the NFL, and that might be true. That might be true that a big percentage of women, support the NFL, buy gear, go to games, but that's because it's a popular sport. Look at all the male spaces that's popular that women have invaded. Comic books, video games, any place that is predominantly male-oriented, women want to be a part of it. Women don't even like each other. They fake support each other to gain power, right? But they don't even have female friends. There are probably women out here who claim to be feminists, but have no real female friends. They got more male friends than female friends. They're only feminists when it comes to gaining something. But when there's nothing in it for them, they don't care about female empowerment. Female empowerment is a joke. No pun intended, because it's a Netflix comedy special. You see this tweet here. This is from Bill Burr back in March of 2020. Said it took a pandemic, but ESPN is finally going to give the WNBA the coverage it's dreamed of. But Bill Burr, who previously took aim at women's groups and suggested they apologize for assuming Johnny Depp was guilty before it was brought to light that Amber Heard lies like a rug and treats mattresses like litter boxes, further continued his verbal beatdown on failed feminists. Yeah, we know how this turned out. You know, this is why I tell y'all, man, we are in an age where men have to fight back. Okay? Men have to stop being passive and allowing these women to destroy their reputations and their careers. Johnny Depp did not allow her to destroy what's left of his legacy and his career. And more men need to do that. These feminists are failing. These feminists lash out. Now look at Megan Rapinoe, all these other people, these feminists. They are jealous that men are more popular, make more money, smash more chicks, because Megan Rapinoe in her mind thinks she's a guy. She's mad that men can go out there and enjoy their life. Meanwhile, she hates who she is. And it shows in her actions. So a lot of these feminists fake support each other when they really don't like each other. They have no real female friends. And it's all to gain something. None of you went to the effing games. You failed them. Not me. Not men. Women failed the WNBA. Ladies, name your top 5 WNBA player of all time, said Burr. Name 5 WNBA teams. Name the WNBA team in your city. You can't do it. If there were a perfect time to drop the mic, that was it. But Burr kept coming. Cancel culture be damned. The 54-year-old comedian pointed out that women have made the Kardashians and the Real Housewives unbelievably wealthy and popular while continuously tearing down other women for the world to see. I agree with that. You know, Kim K's fan base is full of, you know, women who want to be her. And that's incredibly sad, because why would you want to be Kim K? That's what we got to ask these helpers. Why you want to be Kim K? That's the message you send. We'd rather watch that than a bunch of women come together as a team and try to achieve a common goal. We'd rather watch them absolutely effing destroy each other, Burr pointed out. And then in the end, you come back and you yell at effing guys. Make sure not to skip over feminist version of America's team. Burr also addressed the near constant complaints from the U.S. women's national soccer team, who were recently given pay equal to the men's team after years of complaining, which is ridiculous to me. You're playing in a 20-seat stadium. 1,500 people show up. That's not a good night, exclaimed Burr. The promoter lost his effing ass on that gig. And this is a promo to his Netflix special. Make no mistake, feminists really do hate balls, even those bouncing within the WNBA. This is why the WNBA is the joke that it is. And it takes guys like Bill Burr and others to bring this out. And I have been a vocal critic of the WNBA because I know it could be better. I know the WNBA could be better, but it's ran by a bunch of comfortable, job-having people who do not care about the players. They only care about their comfortable jobs. They don't want to do better. They're happy getting subsidized by the NBA. They're happy. So they don't want to do any better. They were about to kick one of the team owners out of the league for chartering a flight for his players. They're like, oh, you can't be treating them good. We have to continue to oppress them so they can complain about how men oppress them. While we're the ones oppressing them. It's sad, but this is the state of affairs we are in. And I think Bill Burr is absolutely right. And the only people that can fix this problem is you fake feminists, you like the Jamel Hills, all you women in media need to stop dick policing men and worrying about who black men are dating and worrying about race and Republicans. Why don't you focus on the fact that women's sports are failing? They're failing. The most y'all have talked about Brittany Griner was now. Y'all have never talked about her before because you've never watched the WNBA. You never cared about it. So let me stay in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I'll see y'all next one.